John Melton coming to you live from Baltimore, Maryland with RealJohnMelton.com. How you doing? So listen, regarding follow-ups, a lot of people, expose people to their home-based business, their network marketing business, and that's awesome, right? You want to expose people, but I'm sure we've all heard the fortune is in the follow-up. Most people don't join after the first look. Most people are going to join after they try a product, they go to a training, they get on a webinar, you follow up with them 3, 4, 5 times. So I'm sure most of us have heard this. I'm sure most of us follow up with the people we expose. I'm sure you don't just say, well, this person didn't sign up after a 15-minute conversation, next. Or you follow up with people, and there's a lot of ways to do that, but I want to talk about what you say to people that are non-responsive, right? We all have people that we follow up with that don't get back to us. We meet them at a meeting, they're excited, they go home and they kind of like disappear, right? Maybe the aliens abducted them. Maybe they Googled, your company and they found out that somebody, failed and blamed the company, blamed the comp plan, blamed the product, blamed their upline, blamed the owner, blamed everybody. Right? Or, they read something, they might read some positive stuff, but they read one negative thing and, that they're going to go, oh, that's it. I knew it. I'm skeptical. I was right. It doesn't work. Whatever. Sometimes you're just going to, lose people. Naturally, the birds are going to get them, like Jim Rohn would say. But, there's 3 voicemails or even text message follow-ups that you can do. It depends on the person. Some people I'll call to follow up with them. Some I'll text. Some I'll call and text. So let me give you an example. Let's say I get somebody out to a meeting. They're really excited. I call them the next day if they didn't join that night. Now, of course, I try to get people to sign up that night because you'll notice a higher close ratio when someone signs up at the actual meeting, right? I shouldn't say a higher close ratio. A higher engagement ratio would be a better way to put it. Most people that sign up the first night are going to get more engaged in the business because they signed up right away. They're excited. So I try to sign them up right away because it's kind of like once they pay or once they invest the money, once they buy the product, once they, join the team, they kind of might go home and maybe doubt it, but they're kind of like, I already joined, so, might as well go out and try to build it and make money with it. Okay. So if they don't join, right, if they don't join at the meeting or they don't join after the webinar or they don't join after the 3-way call, I like to call them the next day and, you just follow up. Hey, Bob, it's John Melton following up with you from ABC Company. Awesome meeting you last night. Awesome talking to you, whatever. And just want to see where your head's at with everything. Give me a call back. Want to see if you have any questions, see if we can get you started, get the ball rolling. If you have an appointment with a lead or you have an appointment with somebody that visited your capture page or, they got on a webinar, got on a call, whatever, and you have an appointment set, which, by the way, that's always good if you can set a follow-up appointment. So if somebody says, well, I got to go home and talk to my spouse, say, awesome, let's talk tomorrow at 3 p.m. or 5 p.m. or whatever you schedule. And when you follow up with them and they don't answer, right, they're being non-responsive, they're not answering the phone, you could say, hey, we had an appointment set for 3 p.m. I guess I missed you. Give me a call back when you get a chance. We'll talk soon. So very short and sweet if you have an appointment. Again, you could say, hey, look, we met last night at the meeting. You seemed really excited. I'd love to work with you. Give me a call back if you have any questions, something along those lines. But again, it's just a short voicemail. Now, let's say they don't get back to you, which again, regarding non-responsive reps, that might happen. So the next time, the second time you follow up with them, you could do a text message and say, hey, Bob, is everything okay? Maybe give it another 24 to 48 hours, but hey, Bob, is everything okay? Or if you want to follow up with on a phone call, you can call them again, and if they screen your call or they send you a voicemail, hey, Bob, didn't hear back from you, just want to make sure everything's okay. And I genuinely care about people. I'm sure you do too, right? So you genuinely are concerned. Is everything okay? It's not like you to not get back to me. You seemed really excited. I hope everything's okay. Give me a call back. Now, I'll give them one last try, a third try, and on that third try, I'll leave a voicemail or send a text message. Again, another 24, 48, maybe even 72 hours out from the second try. And because you don't want to call them 3 days in a row. That's weird. That's overwhelming. It's overbearing. Something might have happened, right? Maybe they're just busy. Who knows? So maybe call them 24 hours after first exposure, 48 hours after the first follow-up. So that's 3 days after the first exposure. And then maybe another 2 to 3 days after that. So, you followed up with them 2 to 3 times within about a week. I think that's fair. On the third try, and this will get you a great response, hey, Bob, haven't heard back from you. I hope everything's okay. I'm going to go ahead and cross you off my list for now. And if you have any interest down the road or have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. If I don't hear from you, I wish you the best. And that's it. So I hope this helps you. Again, when it comes to following up, it's so key to get good at this and be organized and be on top of it, because the fortune's in the follow-up. Most people don't join after a first exposure. I hope it helped you. If it did help you, please share my video. Again, realjohnmelton.com for more tips and insights. You can opt into my subscription, my mailing list, and get a free audio download on how to be a monster recruiter. I hope you have an awesome day. We'll talk soon. Thanks for watching.